Good morning everyone. Today we're in Southampton and we are carrying out two jobs. We are going to be replacing a consumer unit and we are going to be installing a Zappi electric vehicle charging point. Let's take a look at the job. So here we have the existing consumer unit. It's an old reliable fuse board. We're going to be replacing that with a Luden consumer unit with RCBOs and including surge protection. From this consumer unit we are going to be running a high tough EV Ultra cable along this wall. We have this area here and what I'm going to do is install a bit of tray across the doorway. I don't want to touch the ceiling, that's asbestos. And then we're going to clip the cable surface down the wall and then we are going to go back entry to the charging point position. I'm also going to be carrying out a mini EICR on this electrical installation just to ensure that there's no existing faults before I replace this fuse board with an RCBO board. Okay, so I've completed my mini EICR. All the test results have come out fine, all the fixtures and fittings are fine. I'm happy to change this consumer unit. The consumer unit I'm installing today is a Luden consumer unit. I was hoping to install a Skullmore consumer unit, but we had a bit of a delivery issue. So I'll be installing one of those next week. I'll show you this Luden consumer unit. What I like about it is I think all the components and parts are good, they're reliable, just without the Hager prices. And then what I'll do is another consumer unit change next week with the Skullmore board, and then we can have a bit of a comparison and talk about it. So I'll show you the Luden board now. So here we have the Luden consumer unit. They've recently changed the shape of them, which I prefer to be honest, and they've got this like curved lid. So I'm installing a consumer unit just with a main switch along with RCBOs, surge protection, and I've got two MCBs there. One is an MCB for the surge protection and the other one is to protect the Zappi electric vehicle charging point. The charging point has built-in type A or RCD protection, so that's absolutely fine. I'm going to get on with this installation now and we'll have a chat later. Quick update on the job. Consumer unit is nearly done. I'm just going to do my live testing and then we're going to get on with the EV charger and I'll walk you through the whole process. Okay, so here we have the Zappi. Today I'm fitting a white untethered unit. That is what the client has specified. So I'll just open up the box and show you what's inside. So here we have a drilling template. This is very useful. I use this all the time. And underneath here we have instructions. This must be issued to the client at the end of the job. A white cover. fixings, must use these fixings, and a CT clamp. I will be hardwiring a CT clamp today because I'm using the EV Ultra cable, which has Cat5 cable integrated into it. And what we'll be using this for is the load management side of things. I'll be limiting this installation to 60 amps, which allows me to do the notify and connect within 28 days with the DNO. Okay, and today, tool of the day is this Rumpotech cable drum roller. I'll give you a quick close-up look so you can see what it looks like. Now, I've been using this for a few months now. You can use it for large drums or small drums. I find it far better than setting up an old-fashioned cable horse. For those of you who are interested, this is the high tough cable EV Ultra that I use. Now you can get this in an SWA version as well, but to be honest I don't see the point or need for the armoreds in this installation. The cable's clip direct inside a garage. You have your 3/6mm, your live, your neutral and earth, and you have a Cat5 cable integrated within it. Now this Cat5 cable is used for load management. You can use one pair for that, and then you can also use another pair depending on what charger you're using to hardwire an internet connection to it. Okay, job update. We are at a stage now where we are ready to start doing some testing on the charger. What we have so far is the cable through the wall, ran round over some tray and back at the consumer unit, and we're ready there. Now on the other side, here we have the Zappi, filled up, ready to go. Here are your supply terminals, and here are your CT connections. Now I know I've left these cables a bit long, and that's purely in case my customer in the future wishes to change his charger and the configuration is different, so we have allowance on the cable for that. So here we have the Luden consumer unit all finished. Over here on the right hand side I have all the RCBOs for the circuits for within the house. I then have a couple of spare ways, then I have my EV charging point circuit. I've left spaces either side of this because these MCBs are getting warm under load, so I just wanted to give it some space within the consumer unit because I have that opportunity to do that. And at the end we have surge protection, which is now a requirement. All in all, I do like this consumer unit. I've installed a lot of these Luden consumer units and they've never let me down, and I do recommend them. So it'll be interesting to see the comparison with the Skolmore unit next week. Right, we are all done on this installation. Let's have a quick run through. So here we have the new Luden consumer unit, a bit of trunking, cable on some tray, dressed around, through the hole. To the Zappi, all tested. That is another EV installation complete today and another happy customer. If you have any questions about what I have done today, please leave some comments below. Also, if you could like and subscribe my channel, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.